Welcome to Houston, Texas and Dyken Park. Interleague baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Chicago Cubs taking on the Houston Astros. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. And Chris, we've got an opportunity to watch one of the true superstars in the sport.
Baseball, he'll hit the ball in the gaps, he'll hit the ball over the fence. So talk about a guy going good. That's him right now, and he's a bat that you want to stay away from if you're the pitcher.
Just about set to go. And on the hill in this one, Hunter Brown.
Well, he's been giving up a lot of hard contact this season. I mean, coming in, guys are hitting comfortably in the high 200s. So many times there's some bad luck, but then also there's just a little miss here or a little miss there that changes the outcome of the at-bat. We'll see if he can be consistent and make adjustments quickly in this one.
Here's Trey Turner. And that misses. And we're off and rolling here in Houston. Pitch misses there, and it's 2-0.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
Next offering is in for a strike. And there's a foul ball. And that's in the dirt. That one misses. So a leadoff walk. Here's Riley Green.
He's done a great job making contact recently. Can make it a 5-game hitting.
1-0. Brown, a righty that throws with power. He features a four-seam fastball, a sinker, a cutter, a changeup, and he occasionally uses a curve. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
Pitch is in there, and that is strike. Turner runs. Pitch is low.
That's a ball.
Throw. Save. That was close, but StatCast shows us why he so often seems to be on the safe side of these steal attempts, Chris.
Yeah, you see that plus speed, and he needed every last bit of it to swipe that bag. Such a threat on the bases.
Runner at second, nobody out. Late that time, it's strike two.
Ooh, Baya. You got to remember to take the donut off the bat, partner.
And ball four, two aboard.
2 walks in the first has to be some cause for concern. I mean, you're talking about a guy you want to pitch deep into the ball game. It's not going to help with the pitch count right there. They can't afford to hand out free bases at this rate.
And now big number 99, Aaron Judge. Tons of pop. Right now he's third. Into third, and they are rolling. Runners at the corners, still nobody out.
Always feels good when you come through and get your team on the board first. Pretty good spot, hard and inside, but that's a perfect example of keeping your hands inside the ball, tight to the body. The ability to take that back up the middle shows his approach is to use the entire field.
So here's Kyle Tucker now First pitch misses.
At this point, the clean inning is over. Got to settle in, focus on the hitter, and get out of it with minimal damage.
And the pitch. That one ripped. One hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. One run is in. Runner holds at third, so just one across on the play.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Golden opportunity right here. And that one is in for a strike. Judge on third. Tucker stands at second. No outs. Next pitch is outside.
Well, Boog, early on in this one, having a hard time getting settled in. He's not showing control to throw strikes, and let alone to throw it where he wants in the strike zone. This could be a tough one for him.
Swings and misses. And the count is 1-2.
The high fastball, particularly for young hitters, can be hard to lay off of because you see it so well at eye level, but it's really hard to catch up and get that top hand to work on time.
And that skips in the dirt.
They tried to get him to go, chase the pitch down and away, but he wouldn't bite.
Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. One runs in. Safe. He beats it. And they lead by 4.
Picks himself up a couple of ribbies. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
No outs. Runner at first. Luis Robert Jr., the next Cub to hit. Good power. Not great in the OBP department. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Well, it's not the inning he was planning on to begin this start, but you've got to find a way to shake things off and give your team some length and put up some zeros.
4 runs already in the frame here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
Well, a really rough inning out there on the mound.
And down on strikes he goes. 1 away.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Bo Bichette up to the dish. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. That's back. And that one is off the top of the wall. Throw cut off to third. In there safely.
With that fastball, even though it's high velocity, you've got to live on the outer edges. When it's right on a tee, right down the middle, professional hitters are not going to have a problem turning it around.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to dip into the Astros bullpen. Hunter Brown departs, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this. Lance McCullers Jr. comes on now.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
One down, runner at third. Gage Workman getting ready to hit.
It's been a tough stretch for him at the plate. Only 2 hits over the last 5 games.
Pitch misses. Ball 1. Swings through that one for strike one.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good. And then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Outside low, 2-1.
We got 2 balls.
Still only one out here in the inning. And a swing and a miss.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 gone now.
Pretty nasty cutter right there, and you're at least partially be credited for that thanks to the career he had with the cutter. It was just dominant. I tell you what, I felt like it was a moral victory whenever I could put that pitch in play. So I can feel for the guy right there walking back to the dugout.
And that is that. So 5 runs in the inning as they bat around. On to the bottom of the first. It's the Cubs 5, the Astros coming to bat. Back here in Houston, and towing the slab in this one, Cade Horton. What do we have on him?
Well, he brings into this one an excellent strikeout to walk ratio on the season, and when you consider the amount of swings and misses that he gets and the fact that he's not issuing free passes, that's going to make him more economical in his pitch count, allow him to move into the middle and deeper part of ball games. So we'll see if that remains true in this one.
Bottom of the first, and the batter will be the shortstop, Jeremy Pena. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And another ball. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. And there's a ball.
1 strike.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
Thank you.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at-bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
Here's Mauricio Dubon. Good defender. He's been inconsistent offensively. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Ball 1, no strikes.
And that one is inside.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Line drive, and that's a fair ball. Around second is Pena. And now runners at the corners, nobody out. Now it's Yordan Alvarez. 2 hits in the game last night. Strike one. Pena, the runner at third. Dubon on at first with nobody out. That one's in there. 0-2.
Great spot to be in right here for the pitcher. He can either strike this guy out or get a ground ball double play.
And the 0-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. Runners on the corners, no outs. And Air Yordan is grounded by the K. Jose Altuve up to hit here.
Definitely scuffling at the dish lately. Barely hitting over the Mendoza line this month.
There's a strike.
Altuve officially joined the 2,000 hit club in 2023 with every career hit as a Houston Astro. Third player in club history with 2,000 hits and 200 home runs. Jeff Bagwell, Craig Biggio, those are the 2 others, and that's some great company, Boog.
Headed towards the corner. Tucker really on his horse for it. Couldn't get to it before it dropped foul. Runners are at the corners, 1 away. Hard hit, but right at him and left. He's in to score the sac fly. It's 5-1.
Well, he hit that one pretty well. I think it would have been a lot more than a sac fly if not for that nice play by the outfielder to track it down. Good job of getting the run in.
Yainer Diaz, the next to hit, known for his rocket arm behind the plate. And that is out of play. In the dirt, and that's ball 1. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. And the inning is over. So 1 run on 1 hit. No errors and a runner left. On to the second inning now from Daikin Park. It's the Cubs 5 and the Astros 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. Second inning set to go. Digging in, Trey Turner. McCullers back to work. That's in for a strike.
First pitch strike right there for him. He's going to have to do that consistently if he's going to give any length to his skipper.
That misses the zone, and the count even 1-1. Eric Summersgill, our plate umpire.
One thing to watch out for, Boog, is what side of the plate Summersgill might be favoring. He usually sets up at an angle. Pitchers sometimes will try to figure that out early so they can attack that spot and get as many strike calls as possible.
Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. What about an umpire's height? How much of a role does that play in your experience and what the strike zone is like?
Yeah, I think it pushes the strike zone up a little bit, which, you know, as a former hitter, you like that. You wanted the ball up. You didn't want to have to deal with stuff down in the zone consistently.
as the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all four guys, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great. Well, that's a curveball that people like to describe as a hammer or Uncle Charlie, and you can see why. It's not a looping slow curve. He throws it hard, and it gets plenty of bite on the end.
Green stands in now and watches strike one. One out, base is empty. And a base hit up the middle.
Now batting, center fielder Aaron Judge.
So a man at first. It's Aaron Judge now. RBI single his last time up. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes. You know, Boog, Judge is one of those guys that leaves his mark on everything he does. Yes, he's great at baseball, but he's also known for working with charities and in his community. He's a special human, no doubt about that.
On the ground right side, 4, 6, 3, double play. And the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. Down to the bottom of the second. It's the Cubs 5 and the Astros 1. Back here in Houston, ready to go for the last half of the inning. And stepping in for the Astros, Isaac Paredes. Paredes wrapped out 4 hits in his last game. First pitch misses. And a strike in there. Breaking ball inside. And it's 2-1.
Curveball kind of backed up on him there. I think it just slid out of the hand a little bit too soon.
Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone.
Well, and those hitters count sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
Got him swinging.
Well, he's got great strikeout stuff on the mound, doesn't he? I mean, double-digit strikeouts in his last start, and he's just racking them up again in this one. This guy can really dominate a game out there. Not a fun assignment for any lineup.
Now here is John Singleton. Right side, hard hit. Steps on first for the out.
Batting 8th, designated hitter Brendan Rodgers.
2 down, bases empty. Now it's Brendan Rodgers. Here's a swing and a line drive, and that's a base hit into right field. And that keeps the inning alive.
Batting 9th, right fielder
And next to hit for Houston, Chas McCormick. This kid, a 21st round pick out of Millersville University in Pennsylvania. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful.
And I would say that most great defensive outfielders, it's kind of natural. There is some work that you can do to it. to improve your game,
1-0.
but ultimately you either have it or you don't. There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial Gold Glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
Rogers off of first with 2 away. That one misses, and now 3-0. Yeah, some guys just have instincts, right? I mean, that's the way it goes. We talk about Larry Walker, the Hall of Famer, and his instinct on the bases, despite the fact that he didn't play a ton of baseball as a kid. Remember Mark Kotsay was a real good defensive outfielder. Good instincts, not great speed.
Yeah, and I figured you would get Kotsay into this because you had a free dinner at his house the other night.
That is true. 2 outs. Fought off foul. And here's a 3-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. So the Astros lead 1. They're down here 5-1. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a series where they were red hot at the plate, and a look at the numbers. That pitch clips the outside corner. Strike 1. And a foul ball. And Eric Summersgill punches him out. That's a strikeout.
Well, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. They tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
Guerrero in the box now. No balls and a strike. That one off the mark, and the count is 1-1.
1-1.
Liner, and this could be trouble. Around first and hustling for second. In safely. It's a double, and his second hit.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night. And just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. One out, runner at second. And next for the Cubs, Luis Robert Jr.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
Just missed.
This hitter loves attacking the first pitch, so not giving him something to hit is a good move.
One out and a runner at second. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. And it's even up.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
The delivery to Robert. Hard hit, right side. Takes it to the bag, steps on first, and it's out number 2.
Now batting, second baseman,
Bo Bichette gets a chance to hit. It was a triple and an RBI at his first at bat. And that clips the inside corner.
Probably the best one we have seen. Throwing it where he wanted to, have a nice tight spin to it, and a teaser just off the edge of the plate.
That misses the zone. And the 1-1 is fouled off. Here's a 1-2. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. And that one hammered. And foul as it bangs off the fence. 2 outs. And 1 in scoring position. That one missed.
2 strikes.
Line drive, base hit. Vladdy comes in to score. And it's an RBI single. It's 6-1.
Now batting, number 25.
And now it's switch hitting third baseman Gage Workman. Struck out swinging his first time. That one finds the zone. Strike 1.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
In the dirt. To second, and he's out. They don't come much closer than that. Bang, bang play to end the inning. But the RBI single pushes across a run. And this is now a 6-1 ball game. Back after this on the show. Back here at Daikin Park. And stepping in is the speedy Jeremy Pena. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
This is one of those times when you want to be aggressive. Go ahead and pitch to contact. Let the defense work behind you. You've got a nice, comfortable lead. Don't try to be too fine.
Started to swing, held up. And another ball. Let's see if he gives him anything to hit here. That one finds the zone. And the count is 3-1.
One way to make a guy real uncomfortable at the plate is pound him inside with good velocity. They're doing that right here.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Man at first, nobody out. Mauricio Dubon up next for the Astros. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Smash down the left field line. And foul ball. Runner at first with no outs here. Slice to right. And that's just foul.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
0-2 now.
1 ball.
This one in the dirt. Pena on at first. Nobody out. In the dirt. Pena into scoring position on the wild pitch, and there goes the double play possibility.
Definitely trying to work down and get that double play ball, but it got away enough to erase any chance of that. Good job of moving up into scoring position. Now a hit could make that wild pitch really sting.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. It's going to fall for a hit. Runner scores from second as they get one back. It's an RBI single. It's 6-2.
I feel like I've seen more balls, and this is speaking as a former outfielder, former center fielder, but more balls in this game just out of the reach. Sometimes the angle's not great. Other times just got to give credit because the hitters hit the ball really hard. It jumped off the bat. But one thing we do know is warmer temperatures are very, very favorable for the hitters.
On the ground, and that squirts through. And now 2 aboard.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ball game.
Altuve batting for the second time, and that's strike 1.
Well, these Astros doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well. Still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That misses, and it's 2-2. Traffic on the bases with 1 already in here in the last half of the third. Stays alive. This one popped up right side. Guerrero sizes this one up, nabs it. Runner tags at second. And the throw's offline, safe at third.
Now batting. Catcher.
2 on with 1 out. Here's the catcher, Yainer Diaz. He's 0 for 1. Though Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Clips the outside corner, 0-1. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Tucker makes the grab. Runner tags from third. It's a sac fly as he comes across to score. It's 6-3.
Sometimes all you got to do is your job and don't overcomplicate things. Keep it simple. Runner third, less than 2 outs. Put the ball in play, and a nice job with the sac fly.
Isaac Paredes up next for the Astros. Went down on strikes his first time through. Foul ball. That one a little bit high, and 1-1.
And that's a pitch early in this game. He needs called for a strike. Struggling with command issues. He's got to get a little help from the umpire.
Swings and misses. And the count 1-2.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. On to inning number 4. It's the Cubs 6 and the Astros 3. Welcome back as we take a check of the current standings.
Number 25.
That breaking ball drops in for a strike. Workman, 25 years old. He's actually a former Rule 5 draft pick. And now it's even up. There's a strike at the knees. And that one is in the dirt. It's 2-2. Breaking ball misses down and away. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Looked like a questionable call in that spot. He even seemed a little surprised it went his way at the plate. But as a hitter, you'll take that all day.
Man at first. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Wilson Contreras. That one catches the zone. 0-1. Action in the pen down there. Bennett Sousa, a lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. Dubin getting loose as well. Workman gets his lead at first with nobody out.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
And a breaking ball misses outside. Grounder might be 2. Off balance feed. There's 1. On to first, double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Here's Turner now. He is struck out, and he is walked. And first offering is fouled off. Two down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Pitch misses, and that's ball 1. That's inside.
That's inside.
Next pitch, a slider that misses outside.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
2 outs, base is empty. McCullers winds, fires. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. And that extends the inning.
Showed a lot of fight with 2 strikes in that AB. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Next to hit, Riley Green. That one's in there, and that's strike 1. Turner runs. Ball outside. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. He reaches 40 stolen bases on the season with that bag. Runner at second, 2 down. Chopped out in front of the plate. Fires over to first. And that is the inning. 1 left for the Cubs, but they still lead it 6-3. Bottom of the 4th, and now the first baseman, John Singleton. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. We'll see if he continues to climb the ladder.
On the corner for a strike, and it's 0-2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
That one missing inside.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
And that one ripped to left. That's a hit. And a good start to the inning.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Brendan Rodgers will hit next. A single his first time. And a swing and a miss.
All ones the count.
Nobody out. Runner at first. And that's downstairs. Ball one. Cut on and lifted in the air. And that'll fall for a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Multi-hit game for him now, and with the lack of results he's been having lately, I'm sure he's feeling some relief.
You know what they say, he couldn't have thrown it out there any better than that, and certainly the case that time. Just flared it back behind the second baseman and dropped it in there.
So up next, Chas McCormick. Line drive, caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Singleton, the lead runner at second. Rogers over at first with one away. Just missed.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
The shortstop takes the ball.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Swing, and the bat went flying there.
Well, we talk about throwing the hands, but not the bat, man. You want to hold on to that thing, and you can see his teammates over there. If he doesn't come through with the knock, he's going to get some business when he goes back to the dugout.
Runners at first and second with 1 gone. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Has room, and he makes the catch.
Oh, that's what he's looking for with the fastball above the zone. A swing and miss or weak contact.
So next up for Houston, Mauricio Dubon. First pitch just misses.
Ball 1,
2
no
aboard,
strike.
2 outs. That's in there, and the count 1-1. Base hitting to right. Rounds third, headed for the plate. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Well, it's pretty difficult to throw a base runner out at the plate with 2 outs on a base hit to the outfield, but an excellent job of coming up with it, getting rid of it quickly, and throwing on the money. That is great technique from start to finish. Nice job to end the inning.
Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. McCullers back to work. On the inside corner for a strike.
You know, these Cubs putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished. Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
Judge waits. Base knock right field. Now he turns and heads for second. The throw in safely. It's a leadoff double in the fifth.
Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Here's Kyle Tucker. And that's outside. Ball one. And he swings through that one.
Let's see if he's willing to use the whole field right here. Definitely pounding him away.
No outs. Runner on second. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners. Nobody out.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. Inside corner, and that's called a strike. No outs. Runners at first and third. That one not close. And a count 1-2. Goes down looking. Luis Robert now. 0-2 in this one. So RBI spot, but Chris, this is a guy that is not really swinging the bat all that well here.
In this situation, you have a real good opportunity to get swings and misses and record a strikeout. I think you attack him in this spot.
And that one is downstairs, and that's ball one.
In this situation, the batter's got to know what the pitcher's trying to do to him, and that's trying to get him to hit the ball on the ground, get 2 for 1. You got to look for something up in the zone. At worst case scenario, you deliver the sacrifice fly.
That's down and in. A slider missed.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2. Get out of this.
Runners at the corners, 1 away, and we're at the top of the fifth. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
You know, that's a swing you'll see a lot against a good sinker, just right over the top. Tough to barrel that up.
Two on, 1 out. That one outside. Ball 3. Foul ball there. And that'll load the bases.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
Bo Bichette, the next Cub to hit.
Well, the way these two teams have battled in this game, you know you need more. Got to continue to add runs if you're going to get out of here with a win.
That one's in there. It's 0-1.
Tough situation right here. So important as a pitcher to get ahead in the count as he did right there.
Slides, but it gets by him. One run across. Now 2 runs score, and it's 8-3.
Gets the job done as he brings home a pair. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. McCullers gets the hook, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this. Luis Garcia gets handed the rock out of the pen.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Runners at the corners here, 1 away. Workman. So now a pinch hitter, Pete Crow Armstrong. 1 out, runners at the corners for him. And that is downstairs. And it's 1-0. First and third, 1 down. Swing and a ball popped up. And it drops in. Robert comes in to score. And it's an RBI single, and it's now a 6-run lead.
Well done. Drives in the run. He clearly didn't catch that one on the big part of the bat. Just kind of muscled it out there. And, you know, on the mound, it can be pretty frustrating for a pitcher, but you just kind of have to expect those to drop in there sometimes.
Here comes Wilson Contreras. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. Lifted in the air, right field. McCormick snags it for the 2nd out.
Up next for the Cubs, shortstop, Trey Turner.
Trey Turner with a chance now. And that one clips the corner. 2 on 2 outs. Check swing went around. And that's strike 2.
0-2 is the count.
Line drive. That's a base hit into right field. Coming home. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single. It's 10-3. Two gone with runners at the corners. And up next for Chicago, Riley Green. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Right through there for a strike.
1 ball,
Pro
1 strike.
Armstrong at third. Turner on at first with 2 down. Next offering is in for a strike. That's down and in. Here's a 2-2. Swing and a ground ball. Oh, and it hits the base. Relay throw home. The tag out. But 1 run does score in the play before the inning ends. But 9 batters hit in the inning. 5 come around to score. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Cubs 11 and the Astros 3. Back here in Houston, now Yordan Alvarez. The wind of the pitch.
Clearly down in this ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come 1 at bat at a time, and even shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch. Make that guy on the mound work to get you out.
Fastball for a strike. Liner, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single. Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve.
Altuve always seems to be setting records or reaching milestones, Boog. In 2023, he became the fastest player to reach 2,000 career hits, 200 home runs, and 200 stolen bases in MLB history.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. The Cubbies up big in this one. Last half of inning number 5. Now fly ball to right center. Judge should have this one. Makes the catch. 1 down.
Now batting, catcher,
And here's the catcher, Yainer Diaz. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out. And that drops in for a strike.
Yeah, and because he's got the big arm, he pays attention to the running game and is sure to manage it. When you have a catcher that can throw like that, a pitcher doesn't have to worry as much about the slide step. He can keep his mechanics intact and have a better opportunity of getting that hitter out with a swing and miss.
The 0-2. Caught him looking for the K.
Well, that at-bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at-bat.
Now the third baseman, Isaac Paredes, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Tucker snags it, and that is the third out of the inning. So 1 hit is all they get. 5 innings complete. It's the Cubs 11 and the Astros 3. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. And Judge takes a strike.
Well, an at-bat can be a little bit of a dance. Strike 1 here, but a few more pitches. We'll see how it turns out.
Yeah, big swing and a miss.
No balls, 2 strikes. Ball 1.
Hit in the air, right field. And it falls. Around first, heading for 2. And it's a double, making him 3 for 4 on the day.
Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for him. He looks locked in. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
So man aboard, Kyle Tucker getting ready to hit. And first offering is fouled off. Judge stands at second with no outs. Out to short, Pena. The throw to first. Now 1 gone in the top of the 6th.
Now batting for first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
So up now for Chicago, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Swing and a foul out of play.
One and one.
In the dirt, blocked. 1 out and a runner at second, and we're in the top half of the 6th. High in the air, out to right. McCormick trying to get there. Hauls it in for the out. 2 down.
Now batting, designated hitter, Luis Robert Jr.
So here's Robert now. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Man at second. A bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Man on second, 2 down. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Good job to fight that one off. Two outs. Fights that one away. Still 1-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Cubs leave one, but still in command. It's 11-3. Welcome back to the ballpark as we check out the current playoff picture.
Trust me when I tell you no exceptions to the rule. Bringing blessings when I move. Special, I'm an essence, I'm a brew. I'm lessons, I'm written law, thoughts food. More than when I was school, I was sure to cross borders. Even though we was only groomed to take orders. Stand for the count, bounce, leave our daughters all caught up like sheep. Led by daughters for the song.
There's a strike. Line drive, base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Now batting, the designated hitter,
Brendan Rodgers, the next to hit. He's 2 for 2. First pitch, and he just misses. The Astros with a lot of ground to make up here in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a pop-up foul at a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. On the ground to short, could be 2. Off balance feed, there's 1 to Guerrero, and they turn 2.
Nice soft hands on the backhand right there in the 6 hole. Starts the double play. It's not an easy throw, but he puts it on the money. Really good job to get that double play started.
2 outs, base is empty. Stepping in, Chas McCormick. He's one of those Dave McCarty, Mark Carrion, Ricky Henderson types. Throw left, bat right.
You make a note of those guys because it's just different. It's like, man, you're left-handed, but you hit right-handed.
And it's fouled away. Foul ball, still 0-2. Two down, nobody on. And that's down and away.
2 strikes.
Next offering is down low.
He's trying to stay down in the zone, but the hitter just will not chase. Now back in a 2-2 count, he's going to have to go to something else to get him out.
And that's outside.
3-2.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. And that's strikeout number 100 on the year. Nothing doing there for Houston. Still 11-3. We go to the top of the 7th. So up now for Chicago, Bo Bichette. Right through there for a strike. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Outside with a breaking ball. On the ground to first. Oh, what a stop. Throws from the seat of his pants. Nicely done for the out.
Look at the big guy getting down and dirty, robbing what probably would have been a double if it gets by him. You love to see that because most times it's the shortstop or second baseman, but he wants to get in the mix a little bit as well.
Pete Crow Armstrong will hit next. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. One down, base is empty. That one is hammered right field. That's back there. Gives up the body and makes the catch.
Outstanding catch right there, and I love the commitment that he showed. He knew that the wall was close, but was determined to make that catch, and a nice calculation of just how much room he had to try to minimize that contact.
That's to third. Paredes tosses to first, and Contreras is retired. And that'll do it. No runs, no hits, no errors. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Cubs 11 and the Astros 3. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
The shortstop, Jeremy Pena.
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
0-1.
And that's through there for a strike. And it's 0-2. The shortstop takes the ball. Slider misses outside.
Man, he's been really good. About to hit that 100 pitch mark here in the 7th. Man, we'll see how far they're going to ride him, but it's been pretty good so far.
That misses the zone, and it's 3-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Well, a good day for the on-base percentage right there. Walk number 3, and the free bags keep on coming. You down with those? Booth.
Here comes the manager out of the Cubs dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Cade Horton out of the game, and a decent effort considering he's normally a reliever. Back with the new pitcher in a minute. Tyson Miller taking over on the mound.
He's throwing the ball very well overall this season. He's been really tough to get to. You see that ERA, and that's where you love to be.
And that one fouled off. Pulls that one foul. Pena aboard here at first with nobody out. He swings and hits a fly ball center field, and that'll fall for a base hit. And now 2 aboard.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
And first offering is fouled off. Just missed.
Outside.
Runners at the corners, nobody out. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Next offering is in for a strike.
A 1-2 count.
One ball,
All he's seen
two
is
strikes.
fastballs. You've got to expect something off speed. Stay back.
Lined into right. Pulls up, and that's in there for a knock. The run scores from third, and it's an RBI single. It's 11-4.
Well, he wasn't afraid to hit with 2 strikes. I think he choked up a little bit, maybe spread out, but he got the job done right there.
Jose Altuve up next for the Astros.
And Boog, I'd say he's due.
And that one
Nope, that's
just
down.
misses. A ball and no strikes. Outside.
That pitch is out.
Movement in the Cubs bullpen. Caleb Thielbar appears to be getting loose. Dotson also getting ready. That one misses, and that's ball 3. First and second here, no outs. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Coming home. The throw in. Safe at the plate, and the run scores all the way from second. It's 11-5. Here's the catcher, Yainer Diaz. He swings and fouls one off. No outs, runners at first and second. And that one pulled foul. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Has room, and he makes the catch.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
2 on with 1 out. Here's the third baseman, Isaac Paredes. 0 for 3 in this one. And
That's
ball
a ball.
1. Just missed. One out. Runners at first and second. A little out front there as he swings through it.
2-1.
That's off the mark, and the count's full. And they'll do it again. Runners at first and second with one gone. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Makes the catch for the out.
Up next for the Astros.
And stepping in for the Astros, John Singleton. First offering, and it just misses. Two on, 2 outs.
2 balls, no strikes.
And now 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Two outs.
Ball 3.
There's a swing and a drive. Out of here, a home run off the foul pole. And they cut into the deficit. It's 11-8. They needed that one, Singy.
Indeed they did. They've been fighting to get back into this game, and just like that, they're back in it. Well, he really crushed that thing down the line, and everyone had to hold their breath until it clanked off the pole. And every time that happens, it just kind of feels like a trick shot or something. But really, it's just a stroke of luck that it stays fair long enough.
And here is Brendan Rodgers. Headed towards the corner. And a foul ball. Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Tyson Miller won't go any further. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute. Caleb Thielbar takes over on the mound.
And compared to a lot of other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year, so the defense should be active.
Check swing, and he went. No balls, 2 strikes.
No balls, 2 strikes.
And that's in the dirt. That's too low.
2.
And the count is 2-2. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Guerrero squeezes it, and that ends the inning. Houston brings in 3 on this homer. 8th inning coming up. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Sean Dubin.
He's got a wicked breaking ball in his arsenal, and it's definitely one of his go-to pitches when he needs an out.
Trey Turner now. There's a high chopper. Paredes fires over to first. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Riley Green digs in now. And first offering is fouled off.
A little tardy on that fastball. Is going to have to get it going a little quicker. Get that front foot down.
One down, base is empty. That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. And there's a ball.
2 strikes.
Base is empty, one away, and we're in the top of the 8th. That one in the dirt, and it's 2-2. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Paredes pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
Now batting, center fielder Aaron Judge.
Here comes Aaron Judge. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on base and slugging too.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power, but then if this hitter gets a strike or 2 on him, he's still very comfortable, and because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
That missed inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. Other thing in this part, I mean, he could sneeze one over the left field wall into those Crawford box seats. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
Two balls, two strikes.
And misses inside. Kyle Tucker waiting to hit for the Cubs. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. A solo shot. Homer number 25 of the year, and they tack on to their lead. It's 12-8. Singy, the ball is jumping off his bat.
Yes, it is. Tons of loud contact. Man, it's been impressive. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
So 2 down, and next will be the cleanup hitter, Kyle Tucker. Just missed. This one popped up. Paredes in position. He's got it. And that is out number 3. 1 scores in the inning, coming on this solo home run. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. And we're back. And now, Chas McCormick. The Astros in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. I need a good at-bat out of him right here.
That's in there. And that is strike 1.
Well, these Astros, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. 8 of their hits have been classified as line drives, so lots of hard contact off the bat from them.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
Consistently attacking the right pitch is a great way to build confidence as a hitter. You start to think less at the plate the more often it happens, and it can have a snowball effect. And I think that's been the case today with all of the hard contact.
And the sweeper misses. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Contreras on to first. Gets him. 1 away on a drop third strike.
Well, obviously that was nowhere near the strike zone by the time it got to the plate, and people at home watching are thinking, what's he swinging at? But I'll tell you, some of the break guys snap off these days is just devastating. It can be so tough to recognize where a pitch like that's going to end up.
Here's a swing and a line drive and a base hit into right field. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Mauricio Dubon getting ready to hit. Right through there for a strike. Next pitch is downstairs. Pena stands at first with one out.
One ball, two strikes.
That one missed.
Inside, ball
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
The 2-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Man at first, one away. Just off the outside edge.
Really good take, especially with two strikes.
Waves at the bender for the strikeout.
Well, classic pitch sequencing there to change eye levels for the punch out. That fastball on the pitch before was up. It was very competitive, and that gets you thinking that he might try to climb the ladder. But then the curveball out of that same tunnel just falls off the table, and you can't make contact.
Alvarez in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. The Cubs leading by 4 here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swinging a foul straight back. The 1-1 is fouled off. Two outs. Squirts away a little bit. The 2-2. And he can't come up with it. Still fires to first. Bang, bang play, and the inning is over. One hit, one left. Through 8 full, it's the Cubs 12 and the Astros 8. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Brian Abreu.
And he's been really shutting down hitters from the right side of the plate this year. Not a lot of hard contact, not a lot of hits, period.
So digging in, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. First pitch just misses. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Bennett Sousa up and loosening in the pen. Scott, the right-hander, loosening up as well. And that's in there for a strike, and now it's even. And a swing and a miss there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
On the ground to third. And that one handled. Whips it across. And Guerrero is set down.
Good late bite on that slider. Got the hitter out in front. Rolled over on it. Exactly what he was supposed to do.
And now it's Luis Robert. That's in there. That's strike one. Ball
That's
one there. One down, base is empty.
Nope. That's inside.
Fouls one off. 2-2. Just misses with that one.
Well, as a pitcher, when you make a big pitch down around the knees and don't get the call, it'll eat at you out there. So some handle it a little bit better than others. And right here, clearly letting the ump hear it a little bit.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Set down on strikes. That was pretty nasty.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his third strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Bichette in the box now as he leaves that one up high. Two down, nobody on. Up and in, 2-0.
Well, it's a good pitch there.
No strikes.
Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Got it started a little too early. Strike one.
Strike.
Two outs. Swings through that.
So hard to touch. Being at the top of the zone, 99, 98, even 97. As pitchers do such a good job of teasing that part of the zone, just elevating a little bit. It looks good because you see it for a good while as a hitter. Looks juicy, and by the time you swing, it's almost in the catcher's mitt.
Two down, nobody on. Here at the top of the ninth. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. So they make short work of him there. On to the bottom of inning number 9. 4, 5, 6 coming up. It's the Cubs 12 and the Astros 8. We head to the bottom of the ninth. And the batter now, Jose Altuve. Thielbar back to work. And that skips into dirt. And a foul ball. The 1-1. That's a strike across the top of the zone.
Well, it looks like he's wanting to work the upper part of the strike zone. What does that mean? Top hand better be working for the hitters. Adjust that side a little bit. Give yourself a chance to hit.
On the ground to the left. And it goes just foul. On the ground, right side. Throws to first. And the leadoff man retired here in the ninth.
Now batting, Astros,
He's 2 outs away. And next to hit for Houston, Yainer Diaz. First pitch doesn't find the zone. The Astros down by 4 here in the last half of inning number 9. And strike 1 to the catcher.
1-1.
The 1-1 is fouled off. And a 1-2. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. And it drops in.
Well, I'm not saying that play was easy, but it was harder than it needed to be thanks to the bad jump. Those small moments can be costly.
Here in the bottom of the ninth, 1 out. So next up for Houston, Isaac Paredes. 0 for 4 with a pair of strikeouts and a pair of flyouts. Paredes tries to hold up, appeal to first, and that's going to be ruled a swing. That just misses, and now it's even 1-1. Diaz leads off first with 1 away.
Ball 2.
Next offering is downstairs. That one in there across the letters.
Full count.
Battling here as he fouls it away. To third, might be 2. Fires over to Guerrero. And now the Astros are down to their final out. And here's the first baseman, John Singleton. He's already homered here in this one. There's a strike. Pop foul out of play off to the right. Thielbar is just one strike away. Ground ball, and this should do it. Throw to first, ball game. And the Cubs take game one of the series on the road.
When you win 5 in a row, the confidence just goes to another level, and you start to gain this momentum, and you think that you're never going to lose a game again because things are clicking up and down the lineup. Pitchers are pitching. The team is making the plays defensively. This is the kind of feeling, it's not going to last all season long, but you want to ride it as long as you possibly can, perhaps push it up to double digits.
A 12-8 final score in this one. The Cubs go home a winner. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.